Hey, thank you for joining me in this monthly container program. Today, we're going to keep it short and sweet. The mind-body practice will always vary anywhere between 10, 15, 20 minutes. I want to make it short, sweet, and applicable to you. I know you have a busy life. I want it to be something that you'll actually practice and fit in. You can always rewatch it again. Or message me if you want ideas for ways you can get into meditation for longer. But I also know that we can get stuck in all or nothing mindset. So don't feel like you have to show up for meditation and mindfulness for a certain set amount of period. You're going to get benefit just from doing this with me for however long you can. All right. So we're always going to start with a brain dump. And that's just going to be its own separate video. And this is going to be the mindfulness activity. So I want you to find a relaxed breathing pace. Just get comfortable wherever you are. So if you're watching this at the office, get comfortable in your chair. If you're watching this in the kitchen, standing, just get comfortable. Find a spot in your home. I'm kind of in my meditation space corner that I have in my room. But just get comfortable. Now, a breathing technique that I like to use, so you can try it with me, is inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. I learned this technique when I was working at Mayo, and so we usually taught it. I want you to just inhale like you're smelling the roses. Exhale like you're blowing out birthday candles. If it helps, put your hand over your heart just to help you connect with yourself. Now, the thing to note when we're just doing some relaxed breathing is that the breath can be a great anchor. And what I mean by that is an anchor is something that you can just connect back to, something that grounds you in this present moment. And the breath is a great anchor for that. The other reason I like to use the word anchor and why breath for anchor is good is because I want you to acknowledge that your thoughts are going to come while we're doing this, okay? You're going to drift off probably and think about what do you got to get done next. The phone call you maybe just got off of, maybe you're like ticking off your to-dos in your head, whatever it is going to trail off to. I want there to be an acceptance that your mind is going to wander. Thoughts will come, and that's okay. The point of this is actually noticing when thoughts come or noticing when your mind wanders off, and gently and kindly bringing it back to your anchor or whatever it is that we're focusing on. So don't fight it. Don't get too frustrated when your mind wanders. It's okay. Just we're working on noticing when our mind wanders and then gently and kindly bringing it back to the anchor, to this moment. Okay, so let's try that again. Again, you can put your hand over your heart. Let's do 3 more calming breaths together. In through your nose, out through your mouth, if that feels right for you. Awesome. All right. Now, today we're also going to introduce adding in a smell, a pleasing smell or scent that you enjoy, something that's pleasing to you, something that's calming or grounding, neutralizing. So if you need to pause the video to try to see, do you have an essential oil that you like? Do you have a lotion, a candle? At this point, if you can find something in your home that you like the smell of, that'd be great. Grab it. For me, lately, I've been really liking using frankincense for when I'm meditating. I use the plant therapy line, and they have a self-manifestation blend that's pretty good. So I'll sometimes use that. It's helpful for the solar plexus or the third chakra as well. But for today, I'm going to use frankincense. So if you have a scent that you can use, I want you to now practice taking those breaths. But you're going to inhale whatever the scent is, and then exhale, and we'll do that 3 times together. All right, let's go. Okay. So can you notice, how did that feel different maybe compared to before when you didn't have a scent? Typically, people will notice that when we engage your sensory system, or for this one, your nose, your sense of smell, it can be easier to stay in this present moment. It's a little bit harder that the thoughts don't come as often or as frequently. So that's a great tip for you to use just in everyday routine, but also just notice how that felt for you today. All right, so in this next moment, you can continue to just, as you are, hand over heart, doing your focused, relaxed breathing. And I'm actually also going to read you a poem out of the Poetry of Yoga book. I was introduced to this at a yoga class probably about 4 years ago, and I love it. One of the poems, I mean, there's actually a ton in here that I really like, but one of them I just retyped up myself, and it's hanging next to my bed. I'm not going to read that one today. That'll be coming. But the one I'm going to read today, just pause, listen, let me know if something resonates with you. It's called Untitled by Sage Solace. The storm is inside my mind. Clouds keep coming. Static fields dull me. Electric wires are numbing. I see the sun rising. A new dawn is here. I see beauty. She's standing near. The water will rise. I've been swimming for years. I cleanse myself with my own tears. So when I read this poem, what stands out to me is the part where it says the storm is inside my mind, because I definitely feel like sometimes I just feel like I have a ton of chaos up there. My mind can just go 100 miles an hour in 50 million directions, and then it starts to feel like a storm. And where it says the clouds keep coming, I can resonate with that because I can feel the mental fogginess coming over, because everything just gets mushy when I'm thinking that much and I can't shift out of thinking mode. Another thing that stands out to me with this poem, and I kind of get this imagery in my head, is the water will rise. So it's like when we just feel so overwhelmed that water is rising, and you're just swimming and you're swimming and you're swimming and you're trying to keep up and you're trying to like keep your head above. And it's just like, when will this end? When will this end? When will the to-dos ever end? When will it ever be enough? When will I ever feel enough, feel happy, feel whatever it is? And so I feel like I'd been swimming for years until I stepped into my own emotional journey. So I cleanse myself with my own tears. Now I know not everybody might be a crier here. I know I'm a crier. I'm definitely a crier. But whether it's tears or whether it's some other form, like I cleanse myself, is you finding yourself again. You finding your emotional release. You finding a way through your stress, your overwhelm, instead of pushing it down, so that you can cleanse yourself. so that you can feel good again. So let me know what stands out to you when you read this. Send me a message, send me a text. I'd love to hear from you or what you thought of this poem or of today's mind-body experience. That is all I have for you. Have an awesome day.